All right, good morning everybody. I'm gonna make this video short and sweet. I want to show off the orchard and the yard and just do a quick walkthrough of everything. Show off this Thai dwarf mulberry that I got from Green Dreams last year. That's a nursery down in Florida. It's absolutely loaded in mulberries and is just a beautiful shaped tree. Young guy, but I'm gonna show off the whole garden and the house, and talk about some future plans that I got going. But I want you guys to hit the like button and subscribe. I've got almost 10,000 views on my in-water air layer video and only about 200 subscribers. So I've got more cuttings here. I'm going to be doing the Bosch tree I'm about to put air layers on these while they're in the water. Where I had to cut the branches from the guy's house because I'm not going to be going back to his house for months. So I figured I'd do some air layers, but I want to do them while I'm here at home. So that's the only way to keep this branch alive in the summertime, is to keep it in a glass of water, so you can put an air layer on it. So I've got a video that's got about 10,000 views on it, me doing that, and like I said, about 200 subscribers. So if you want to see that video, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. Then I'm going to go through and talk about all the figs, mulberries, and chestnuts that I've got planted around the whole yard, and then show you the whole orchard and all the updates that we've done. Talk about these fig trees that I got rooted up from this year, about 200 altogether, fig and mulberry, and then the next video is about to pick up from right here. I don't know why that video just stopped, but anyways, they got hit by spider mites and I threw them outside. They got hit by cold and hot, and anyways. Alright, so let's keep rolling. I'm going to go up here and show you what I got going on. Let's see, I've started, well, I think in the last video I talked about planting over 300 chestnut trees, a bunch of Bergkupp oak trees, and hickory nuts that were all sprouting, and the squirrels dug up every single nut I planted. So I went back through my stash, and these were all the chestnuts that were starting to sprout. So I potted them all up in these little 4-inch pots. The same pots those 99 arborvitaes were planted in, if you were been following along. So I got all these chestnuts potted up that I'm gonna let come away from the nut before I plant them, so the squirrels aren't digging them up. And they're all in here. See, there's some starting to pop up. And then these are all pawpaw trees that I've got potted up, different varieties. Let's see. But I still have all of my chestnut trees that I planted last year that grew all summer in pots. And I'll show you those right quick. Those are all right here. Kind of keeping them in some shade. 3 different varieties of chestnuts that I've got here. Then I'll be planting these out, and I meant to plant these out this spring, but we're past that, and although it's cold this morning, it's probably going to be pretty hot, you know, in the next couple of days. So I'm just probably going to water them all summer and then plant them this fall. So all of these pear trees I just planted are looking good. I've got all these different varieties of pears that I could buy from Willis Orchard. I got all the varieties. Let's see, and before I talked about opening this area of the woods up, you see where we're at? There's the bulldozer. I'm around. There's the driveway. I've started clearing all of this and making rows because all those figs and mulberries that I pointed at over there, all them clones are getting put out here in rows. I think I'll take a couple more of these little pine trees down, but all this greenery is going to stay now. I got it all pruned up the way I want. There's a trail that goes down through here on this side of this big berm, and I'm just going to put in rows of fig trees and mulberries back here. And I kind of consolidated all them trucks, storage trucks, that way. So all right, we'll take this little route this way. These are those 2 Bartlett pears that I planted last year, and I started one of my videos right here talking about these Bartlett pears, so you can go back and look at that and see they're doing great. But then I put in like another pear here, and then all these, well, that's a plum, but all these are pears that go all the way down the driveway like this. Then I got all these plums growing that way, and a row of chestnut trees that go along the back row. And then the figs that were already here from last year, I got a ton of them coming back. I'd say 100 of the 125 now I think are going to be successful. I think I lost a few more than I expected. I was saying I only lost 2 or 4 in the last video, but I think I lost a few more. But look what I did. I came in here. All right, so that's the row of figs. There's one, and then I got them spaced over. So like here, there's one. In between, I dug in 2 rows down back to the sand and put a little bit of like compost material and planted okra seed in these 2 rows, about a foot apart. And I'm pulling the mulch back around them. See, once they germinate like this, I'm putting the mulch back around them because I'm not planning on irrigating these. I'm going to let them reach out into the mulch to get their water for the summer, and all emergency water, but these are less irrigated. I did the same with corn, sweet corn. 1 foot apart, seeds, and they're really coming up and looking good. Look at that. Let's see, I'm gonna back straight up. So, hold on, let me keep backing up. I got 2 rows of okra, 2 rows of sweet corn of one variety, another 2 rows of sweet corn, and I did 2 rows between a row of figs. And then another 2 rows of sweet corn. And then I came down here and did 4 rows total of peas, like an English style pea. Although we're getting later in the year, what I really want, these beds are different. These last 4 I dug them out real wide, and I put about 4 inches of compost, probably like 8 inches wide, and then covered it all back with mulch, and then planted the peas. Let's see, fade. But none of those peas are popping up yet. I don't know why. See, I think I lost this fade right here, which is fine. I've still got, like I said, about 100, and then I've got about 200 more plants to get planted. Let's see. Chestnuts going down, and then these different mulberries. I put mulberries in between the chestnuts, and some of them already have fruit on them, but nothing has fruit like that first mulberry I showed you, that Thai dwarf mulberry. See, this one's got fruit on it. Then this is all more figs going this way. I haven't done any gardening in here, but I might. Let's see. Like a native persimmon growing in with everything. There's another native persimmon fig. This is a planted persimmon right here. You see it growing there? There's like an oak tree growing below it. And a sassafras tree there growing in the orchard. I'm leaving stuff like that. Let's see. A plum that died back to there, or broke off, and it's growing back, but that's still above the draft. So that's the Santa Rosa again. Let's see. I'm trying to just make my way through pretty fast. All these plums on my Santa Rosa. First year it's getting plums. Look at all of them. It's loaded down. Yeah, this one has a bunch of fruit on it. Then I lost 3 Santa Rosas, the next 3, for some reason. Everything above the draft died. But you can just see all the figs. See all the green. See, dead. Let's see, fig. I think I got at least 100 of them living up here. And this pomegranate lived. Let's see. That pomegranate lived a little bit. That one lived. All these figs from here back, besides 1 or 2 died, lived. There's only like 1 or 2 that actually died going back this way. We're gonna blaze through here. They come all the way back to this last row, and this is where one of them that died down here. I mean, it was doing great. It just had a spontaneous die last week, which is weird. I don't know why. But all the rest of them are looking good back in this area. And that's looking all the way back now to the bulldozer, and then them Bartlett pears are on the other side. Let's see, and we started right down here. And I'm gonna walk around this way right quick and head back down to the back door of the place. So you see the whole view. So I gotta get some more blueberries. We've got a lot of wild blueberries growing in here, or maybe domesticated blueberries from seeds from other blueberry plants, because they're real nice blueberries. Let's see, here's one of the bushes here. Here's one loaded down with thousands and thousands of berries. I mean, through these woods. And this is where I had probably 100 chestnuts, oats, and hickory nuts in every single hole that I planted them in. Looks like this now. The squirrels came through and dug up every single nut. So maybe something survived, maybe not. But let's see, I'm gonna just do a quick scan through, see if you can see any of the clearing that they just finished. So this is gonna be one big house lot. I think it's gonna be just here. One's gonna be over here, and one's gonna be over here. So I'll really just have one neighbor on this backside. But I've got arborvitae and Liliagnus planted. So I'm thinking about doing another row of euonymus, and then also a row of some sort of holly. And then maybe another row somewhere back in here. Maybe another row somewhere closer to the house. So in a few years, hopefully I'll have some better screenage. Let's see, I'll show you what, I planted 3 euonymus last fall, and they're doing great. These 3 dark greens right here, boom, boom, boom. So, I mean, if they're gonna come on up that fast and look that thick, I'm gonna plant more of those. Mushroom. Let's see, the Christmas trees I planted back in here, and some Carolina sapphires. Then I'm just nurturing that wild magnolia that popped up. Let's see, I planted some more things back in this little area. And I think I'll plant a couple of fruit trees that continue through this kind of little forest system right here. Or blueberries or some sort of fruit trees through this whole forest system. And that's like the end of the figs was kind of right through those woods. And head up that way. Another bush that I planted here. Let's see, that little bush right there I planted. I'm gonna just keep filling it in through here. And then you get to the back side, which will all be garden. Where my truck is and tractor right here, this is where the actual vegetable garden is gonna be, this whole zone. I just planted some potatoes. I think I did about 21 pounds of potatoes in these straw bales. Just an experiment. It's a rye straw, unsprayed stuff. We got these satellite squash popping up in these pots, and I got this all covered with this black billboard vinyl so it'll kill out all the weed, grass, so I can mulch all this and put more garden here. But in the meantime, we're using it anyways. These Alibaba watermelons popped up. Let's see. These cucumbers have popped up. Let's see. I thought there were 2 of them. Looks like just one. Yeah. Some carrots we're trying to germinate underneath the wet cardboard. Let's see. Then all the figs that I had in the pots, I think I only lost 1 or 2 of all the figs in the pots that I had. But I've got them all moved up here. And then, let's see, let me go this way first. I just built this deck so you kind of come right out. I took these glass windows out here, and I'm rebuilding these. I've got these on order. So you come right out of the house now. So you're in the house. Got the front view, which is the pond. Looking over the kitchen sink. Boom. Big old window. And then look out this way. All big window looking out the garden. And there's the back door up to the apartment right there. Let's see. And I don't know if you've seen in the last video where I opened up this whole ceiling. I'm going to get back in here with some collar ties and fill that wall in. But, yeah, this is, there's Willie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Did I slip out without you waking up? The big deck overlooking the pond, overlooking the garden really. Come right out here on the deck and then boom. All garden. Then it continues into the orchard that carries you around. All the way around, and then if you head up this way, you're still in the garden. We got all these beds planted. Let's see, gotta make 1 or 2 more tomato cages. I just finished these tomato cages. I built some sort of tomato cage around this. But we got veg growing. This is those same English peas, but planted way earlier that I was talking about planting up there. This sorrel from Gabon, pretty neat. These are more like your sugar snap peas, and they're actually, I seen a whole bunch of them on there yesterday. Look, right there, tons of sugar snap peas. Where's it at? Let me get it in focus. Right there. And we'll be picking these because I got 1, 2 little pots and then 2 big pots full. And then, let's see, I got the tent up because we had a big party this weekend. Back over to this mulberry bush and this lettuce. I've been eating lettuce every day. Couple of, I don't know, probably like 6 big leaves of this stuff right here. And so she just told me I had to switch from this kind over to this kind, which is fine. I think I'm going to be lettuce and kale sufficient for the rest of the year. So, anyways, that's the update for now. Bunny's doing good. Let's see. Bun. She's fine. Look at her. What you doing? Chilling? Alright. Will's getting a snack from underneath the rabbit cage. Alrighty, that's the end of the video. Alright, bye.